In a lot of jazz and pop and rock music, you'll see a different kind of notation than what we've been talking about here. The rhythm is written in what we call rhythm slashes. And they look similar to the note values that we've been talking about, but they're slightly more angular. There's some better drawings of this in your book, but I'll give you examples here. Quarter notes, for example, instead of these round shapes, are going to look a little bit more angular like that. Almost kind of like a rectangle or a diamond, or kind of a combination of a rectangle and diamond. A half note, as you know, normally looks like that. A rhythm slash half note is going to look more like that. And then a whole note, same thing. Whole note usually looks like that, but a whole note is more angular. The way these are used, because they're not notating specific notes, is that they'll give you some rhythm slashes, and then above the staff they will write a chord that they want you to play. So for example, if you saw this written, then above the staff you'd see the C. You know that you would want to play a C major triad, and this is the rhythm that they would write it in. This of course is a very simple rhythm, but they could write any combination, dotted half notes, dotted quarter notes, and to specify the rhythm. This does a couple things. First of all, it's easier to read than reading a bunch of stacks of notes. It's a lot quicker because you know immediately that it's a C chord that you want to play, and you can just immediately play it. The second thing is that it gives you more flexibility with the type of chord that you're playing. You learned that a C major triad is C, E, and G. But the thing is, it can actually be any combination of those notes. So you might have 2 C's and 2 G's and 1 E. You might have 1 C, 5 E's and 1 G. And in addition, it could be anywhere on the staff. You might have the C here, you might have a C way up here. Any combination of those 3 notes makes a C major triad. And so just by writing the chord C up here, then the composer is saying to the performer, okay, play a C chord, but you can play it any way that you want to. So there's a couple of advantages to that. Now, the other qualities of triads might be written like this. For major triads, you usually just see the letter, and that implies that it's major. You might also see the letter M, a capital M, and that's more clear that they want C major right there. If they wanted a C minor triad, then you would see a lowercase m. Sometimes it might be written with a line over top of it, but that lowercase m tells you to play a C minor triad. C augmented might be C, A, U, G, like that. A lot of times also you will see a plus sign, and a plus sign equals augmented chord. And then with a diminished, you might see D-I-M, so indicating a C diminished triad. And you also might see a circle that indicates a diminished sign as well. So those are a couple of things that you might see in a lot of notation you'll come across, especially in rock music, pop music, jazz music, blues music. That's a little bit different from the notation we've been studying. But as you can see, it has its roots in the notation that we've been talking about. And so if you know all aspects of notation, then you'll be very flexible and be able to move between genres very easily. All right, do some practice with this, and then go on to the next unit when you're ready.